another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching the finale of season 3. What an amazing season this has been. To me, this has been the best one. Now, last season was so good as well, literally, with Dahlia, the storyline with Freya coming in. That was an amazing season, and you know, I didn't even think we could even trump that. But honestly, man, this season has been so good. There's been so many episodes that have kept me on edge, kept me entertained, laughing, you know, shocked, like what? We've had so many deaths and twists, and it's just sick. Obviously, if you've seen the last episode, you would have seen Marcel got killed. I was like, what is going on? Literally, you know, when stuff gets me shocked because all the swear words start coming out. You know what I mean? Literally, I was like, what, mate? But he deserved to die because all he was doing, he was threatening the MIKAELSONS, but then he was physically in front of Klaus. And he was like, I'm going to do this. And I'm sure he said, yeah, no matter how long I'm alive, I'm going to be hunting you down and I'm going to come after you and I'm going to kill you or something like that, yeah. He was saying that after Elijah's witnessed the prophecy, witnessed what he's seen Marcel do. He's seen him take them all down. He's seen him take the serum that Vincent gave him. And obviously he had no choice to take his heart out, in my personal opinion. You know, Marcel was just digging himself a grave, but we've seen it. Massive twist. He's still alive. You know, he'd already took it, mate. He'd already took it. He woke up in the bottom of the river and he's coming back, mate, to absolutely destroy them this episode. Usually we conclude storylines in one season. We don't take them into the next. So I'm assuming that it's going to be sorted right now in today's episode. But I mean, it's madness. It actually really is madness. I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know who's going to die. Is somebody going to die? I don't know. I've had loads of deaths. Davina died. Looked like she's actually gone. You know, she kind of doubled down on it. You know, Vincent done a spell, give her like this bomb thing that would destroy the ancestors from the inside, and she'd done it. She set it off, you know. And I think the episode was called like "Give It to Him, Kid" as well, like, you know, and like "Give Him Hell," I think it was called. And that's what she done, mate. She gave him hell and smoked them all off, literally. So very fascinating. I can't wait to watch today's episode. I'm going to review your votes, you most like to dislike characters, while casting mine as well in the intro here. So if you guys, you know, don't care about that, you could just skip ahead. But if you're interested to see, then let's go in and see who you guys voted for and see who I vote for as well. So let's go do that. So here we are on our most disliked character of the season. Now, personally, I think this one's really hard for me. I'm not going to lie, because every single person that's been in the season, I've actually not minded. To me, sometimes it's really blatant, like characters that deserve to get disliked, you know, like they really do your head in. Like season 1, Monique, I'm sure I picked Monique anyway. If I didn't, then somebody else must have, like Bastiana as well, you know, she was up there, but I think I did pick Monique. She was right up there, easy choice. Last season, again, I really didn't like Hayley and Jackson. I just didn't. And again, easy choice for me out of them two. This one, I've actually don't mind anybody. I'm going to have to pick, yeah, strategically on who's done bad things or done stuff, you know, that I kind of dislike the most. Because, like, let's say Lucien, for example. I really like Lucien. I thought he was dead cocky. I thought he was good. He was funny. You know, he had great scenes. And, like, to me, I can't dislike that. I didn't dislike Dahlia. I thought she was great, you know. So, I mean, it might just be me who likes all the baddies. But, again, man, we had Aurora. I thought Aurora was amazing, you know. She killed Camille. Who expected that? That was, like, an oh, my God, shocking moment. Again, another one. And just overall, she's unpredictable and she was great. Now, I'm going to pick, to me, it's out of Aya and Tristan. And it's not as it, and I'm not because I dislike them. I think Aya, she was hardcore team Tristan, and she went too far in what she was willing to do. But to me, I think I'm going to pick Tristan because of, you know, he was like the leader of the Strix, and it was his plan really that set everything in motion, and he kind of like took control of his sister and all that, and then she started acting because of him, and then he killed Jackson, and yeah, I just think that he stemmed and everything, you know. He's kind of threatening Vincent as well with bringing Finn back, so I'm going to pick Tristan. That's going to be my vote. Really interested with this one. I have no idea what people are going to pick. Okay, so here's your votes. It's me in the future. Hello. Obviously, when I recorded that was for the Patreon, and now your votes are added to it, so very interesting. You know, you guys have voted for Lucien as being the most disliked character, which I can understand why. Yeah, I can totally understand it. I voted Tristan just because, obviously, them top 3 there, it's obvious that they're going to be the most disliked, aren't they? They're the ones that pulls the threat. I just thought Tristan was the most annoying one. Aurora was the most, like, random one. I didn't know what to get. And Lucien, even though he was the main baddie, so to speak, I thought he was quite funny, even though he did take Camille out again and kill her. So Very interesting. Just to let you guys know, obviously the Patreon, they voted for Lucian, and then second place they voted for Camille, which is very, very interesting. Most liked, to me, really easy, only because she's improved so much, man. Last season, really disliked her. I nearly voted her my most disliked, but it went to Jackson. This season, fantastic. Literally fantastic. She's come in, she's dominated. She's been on this MIKAELSONS side. You know, she's gone full savage mode, killing everybody, chopping heads off, being there, proper team player, teaming up with Klaus as well, building a relationship, getting close to Elijah. Absolutely amazing season, Haley. For me, she's a standout one. We've had some good performances. I think Klaus, right, he's absolutely improved so much as a person. His character still stayed amazing, but as a person, he's started to look at things more objective. He's got more feelings towards people. He's listening to what Camille said to him, and I think he's definitely improved. I really like Vincent as well. He's like one of my dark horses. I think he's a great character, and I really enjoy him. But to me, I'm going with Haley. I think she's had an absolutely amazing season. And you know what? Shout out to Freya as well. You know, Freya, you've had a great season as well. Last season, I was 50-50 whether I liked you or not. This season, boom, mate, I definitely like you. You, again, man, are a team player. Even when you're getting beaten, you're down, and you're on your last legs, you're still fighting. So what an absolute player Freya is. So let's have a look at your guys' vote. I can't wait for this one. And there we have it. There's the votes. Really interesting. Look how close it is between every single one of them. Only 2 votes between Marcel, Klaus and Haley, and then 1 vote pretty much with everyone. And I'm really enjoying the fact that all these people have actually got a vote. Look at that, all the way down to Aya, even with 1, even Tristan and Lucian. It's very good, you know, really, really enjoying that. You know, good mix. It's good how to see people take different things from different characters and enjoy different people. It's amazing. Now, was anyone else on the actual list? Just them at the bottom, they didn't get any. But look at that, really, really good. So I did vote Haley as my most liked, and you know, quite a lot of you done that as well. Look how close you are. She's nearly your favourite as well. Klaus has obviously won this one. Now, obviously, I'm just letting you guys know as well, again, the Patreon, they voted for Klaus, Haley, and then it was Freya. So Marcel's actually, boom, jumped up, knocked Haley and Freya off. Well, same, Haley and Marcel were the same polls, but he's snuck his way in and got it. So I'm guessing it's the back end of the season that has really trajected Marcel right up, and I can't wait obviously to see you guys' opinion on the final episode as well. So very exciting. Thanks so much for voting on these polls. It's just amazing to see everybody's engagement, and it's good to see how different people take situations very differently. So thanks so much for voting. I really love it, and hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode.
You're a survivor.
Family can be more than just those with whom we share blood.
Devote yourself to your music. Soon you should be Johann Sebastian Bach.
Interesting, actually. How they're showing like family. Looks good, doesn't it, man? Those red eyes look absolutely unreal. Hey, check these two, mate.
Are you watching me sleep? Despite everything that we've done, all those we've lost, we're still here.
Mate, I'm so happy that these two are together now. We've only got 2 seasons left of 16 episodes, haven't we?
A better life might have awaited you. I will do right by you.
I'm not foolish enough to ask your forgiveness, so I'll say it again. I had no choice.
You think I'm not aware of how heavy that burden is?
I like it, mate. Don't go and console him. Just say the facts and get off.
Feeling of dread. I don't know if it's my own guilt, or maybe it's my intuition telling me something's coming. This map is spelled to trace Klaus's enemies.
Hey, we are tying it in. I asked this last episode, mate. They're all coming, mate. I've got to say, you know what, I'm going to clap here. Because in my exit, outro, the last episode, I was talking about something, literally not that. And then it just popped in my head. And I was like, hang on, mate. What the hell's going on with this? Do you know what I mean? Like, where is that storyline gone? We dropped it in, it disappeared. And boom, finale. Addressed it. Maybe that is what the story is in the next season. How good would that be? You know what I mean? Literally planted the seed. We know what's happening. It excites us for what's to come. You know what? That would be absolutely fantastic.
Claire, she's the one that made sure the ancestors were gone for good. So there's a big difference between having the power and actually using the power to kill somebody. And these people were your family.
They were. Elijah killed me in cold blood.
You dead set on starting a war, and I need to know what happens to the innocent people when they get caught in the crossfire of that.
He's just said Elijah killed him in cold blood, but to me, cold blood is literally going over to somebody innocent and just like putting a gun to their head and shooting them, mate. The guy had absolute grounds for that death. I said it. He was blatantly laying it down on the line how his lifelong mission will be from now forward to end the MIKAELSONS. that enough there is to get you killed in this show anyway. Obviously not in real life, but the way this show goes.
Freya's tracking your former silings now, so it won't be long.
Which works for me.
Who the hell's this, mate? Who's in there? What, mate? Who the hell was that? Oh, it's Freya's dead. They can all get in.
Never thought it would come to this. As always, the MIKAELSONS made my choice for me.
How am I not a rotting corpse? Send these fools away and let's talk. You and me.
I am the one that's responsible for this crime against you.
One thing I learned sticking around this family, you take on one of you, you are taking on all of you.
Are you planning to put on a little show?
The fall of the MIKAELSON. The show has already started.
Again, still going down with the Marcel things, man. He's going on like he didn't deserve to die, but the way I see it, he walked in the street with a gun and pointed it at the police and they shot him, technically. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. That's the way I see it. People might see it different, but like, I feel like he just walked in with all his weapons, like pointing at everyone, and he deserved to get killed in that situation.
Our connection with the ancestors has been severed. It's gone.
Marcel Gerard is going to be back to running things in the quarters soon enough. I know, listen. Now, I'm not asking you to trust Marcel. I'm asking you to trust me.
Man, I still can't believe all this is real.
Oh, you'll get used to that.
Oh, she's been absolutely dominated by the star of the show. Yes, Haley. I'm so happy I picked her. She deserves it, man.
I get in here, I don't know whether to call a coroner or an exorcist. The guy who did this? Some kind of vampire?
Oh, wait, what a twist.
This is the day Lucian said would come.
Oh, it is, isn't it? It's exactly a vision that Elijah seen.
It won't cure you, but it will help you. Lucian has an antidote to the poison in his penthouse. Stay here. Much hope.
If it weren't for you, she'd still be alive.
Oh, he's been bit. There we go, we've got an antidote then.
Marcel will not hurt me. So your explanation better be quick and it better be good.
How can she do this unless the shit inside her is stronger and it can counter it? Imagine that. Imagine that, mate. But I think the second bite on Elijah has not ruined it, but it makes you think that there's a cure now. Because I physically, like, if Elijah went, I would be so shocked. Do you know what I mean? We've had deaths in this season, and I was shocked last one when Marcel went. But Marcel's, I just didn't expect it. Just a situation, it just happened out of nowhere. Where here, you know, when you get fighting, I kind of expected something to happen, so it's not as shocking. But I physically feel like Elijah wouldn't go. It's kind of like if it happened to like Damon, like in season 5 or something. I'd be like, you know, it's kind of shocking, but I don't think it's going to happen. But if it does happen, it's like, what the hell? But I think that we needed to bite Cole, and then he possibly died later on in the episode, and then Elijah gets bit right at the end, and then we go into like the next season, like, what? You know, that would have been a good cliffhanger. But who knows? You know, literally, I have no idea with this season. People died left, right, and centre.
When you were poisoned before, Klaus stole an antidote from Lucian. It has to be here.
Look, Lucian engineered his venom from the 7 werewolf packs, so maybe that's the key to a cure.
We need 3 different cures to 3 different ailments.
That's mad, that, innit? Absolutely mad. Who'd you pick to stay alive?
Can you honestly defend them? There is no cure.
What do you mean there is no cure?
Elijah is as good as dead. So is Cole.
Who is your next victim? Me?
Would never hurt you.
The Marcel that I knew never fancied himself judge, jury, and executioner.
You want justice? That's a hell of a lot more than they ever offered me.
At least put me to bloody sleep.
His neck looks bad, man. Wait, can we not dagger them all?
Our finest moment, Nick. I will get our sister and I will make Marcel pay.
No, brother, no. This was my fault. I did all of this. You have to be strong.
They need you.
Nick, it's me. There's an army of your silings, eager for blood. Marcel has them set to tear apart the city to find you. He wants you to come back here and stand trial for your sins. If you don't, this mob will hunt you down.
This is suicide.
Yeah, he's gonna die, isn't it? Well, he's not.
Get the hell out of the city.
There may be a way to save them.
You think I should stand trial before that death-dealing mob?
Oh, that's the easy part. You need to come out of that trial alive.
I feel like, right, Rebecca, they said that Rebecca's got this infection inside of her, yeah, and he daggered her, and it didn't infect her, did it? It stopped. Now, is that a possibility with these? I know it sounds daft, but how can an infection spread in a dead body? Technically, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I would see it, man. The guy's obviously in pain. He's going away. Now, when you die, you're dead. There's nothing to. You can't spread. You got no beating. You got no cells. You got nothing, mate. I'd do it, man. I would literally risk it. What have you got to lose? He's gonna die anyway. But I mean, Freya again. If she does come up with a way, what an absolute beast. Like I said, man, she is a fighter. I said it in the intro, man. When she's on her last legs, she's still fighting. That is why you're really good. And last season, yeah, I didn't know what to think of you, but I'll hold my hands up. You know what I mean? You got to say it, mate. Call spade a spade. When you're wrong, you're wrong. Absolute warrior. I love Freya. She's sick.
Klaus, it's too dangerous. Let me come with you.
I think not. I refuse to trust you with our daughter. I took you from how it was wrong.
Look how much he's progressed as a person. Do you know what? I want Klaus to get bit, and I want him not to die because he's infected, because he's a wolf.
Freya's plan to work. I can't go mad, and you can't die.
Wasn't it you who once said I could talk my way out of hell?
These have sick chemistry, these two, man. Do you know when we always have like bad people or whatever? They always have fire, don't they?
Silence! I have nothing to hide, Marcel. You wish to put me on trial for my many grievous sins.
Sire to 1,000 years worth of angry faces.
Look at them!
His wife accused Rebecca of witchcraft, so you turned him and then compelled him to drain his wife dry.
Sorry.
Her mother had pneumonia, coughed all through the night,
That
so you
one's
turned them
savage.
both and made her watch as you burned her mother alive.
Yes, yes, yes. My sins were terrible indeed. I took you and I made you all that you are.
Why even bother siring us? In the end, the reason doesn't matter. You made us, you abandoned us, and anyone who dared stand up for themselves.
I've said it many times, right? I don't think I've ever seen a person give a better speech than Marcel. I actually think he's probably one of the best people I've ever seen give one. He's so good at it. He just is. You've got to literally give it to him. He is sick at it.
Freya! Freya! It's getting worse. Calm down.
You will not condemn my brother before I have had a chance to speak on his behalf.
Look how cocky he is, man, getting his little throne.
You accuse my brother of unjust retaliation. He fights for power, as do all of you. But his first instinct is to defend his blood.
All's fair in defense of the family. Was it a tiff when he daggered you for loving me? You hate him.
You know what, Marcel? You're right. Perhaps it's time to tell the brutal truth. I would like to speak. Although when I speak out of turn, I often end up with a dagger in my chest. You murdered our mother. You forbid us from finding love, all because you can't find any love of your own. You have broken free from him. But I have had no such relief. But because of a foolish pact that we made to each other when we were nothing more than children.
I think we've heard enough. Have you come to a decision?
Klaus doesn't make it. Listen to me. Now you have grieved enough. You will get as far away from this place as you can.
Using my poor, impaired sister to propagate your vitriol is hardly the mark of a true leader, wouldn't you say? Outraged over the loss of Davina, she who routinely betrayed my family. You should have warned her what befalls those who cross me. I murdered your loved ones. I rid the world of your slum, and I freed you. This mockery of a trial is allowed only because of me. So go on, kill me. I will die suffering but a taste of the agony I have inflicted upon all of you.
Death is too good for him! You have the means to make him suffer. Let that be his fate.
Justice for Klaus Mikaelson. This blade is imbued with dark magic.
For Davina, Gia, Cammy, and the boy I used to be.
It's pretty good, that, actually. But I still go back, man. Marcel, you are one of the reasons Davina's dead. That's my opinion. People could disagree with that. He set all of this in motion. Not in a bad way. Like, he didn't mean to, but he did. He took Davina, saved her, Then the ancestors went against Davina. The ancestors was the one that killed Davina, not Klaus, not his family. Yeah, you can say Cole, he was possessed. I'm not going to blame anybody that was possessed. He could have possessed literally Joe Bloggs or Phil McCracken. Do you know what I mean? Could be anyone. So the ancestors killed them. And then they become mad because of actions that Marcel undertook, and Davina even said it as well. Yeah, it was her doing, it was her choices that made them get to where they was. So to me, nothing to do with the MIKAELSONS. And like Klaus said, she's gone after their family so many times. Yeah, they was the ones trying to save her at the end. They was obviously. I have to admit, Elijah and Freya, bit savage. Broke the seal, so to speak, because he tried taking Lucian down, but. You know, you can't put all the blame on their family. I literally feel like you can't. That's just my opinion, though.
Nick found a way to stay alive. Our plan worked.
Come on, Freya. I'd kind of like the season to end without us knowing.
The king is dead, or hail the king. I just bought back your fight, Jim. I'm turning it into a church. I just saw what you did back there with all the bodies and the bloodshed. And I was hoping you would be different, man, but I'm starting now to think that you are just as dangerous as Klaus MIKAELSON.
Consequences be damned.
Yeah, well, my friend was one of those consequences that you just damned. As long as they are sick and tired, your pathetic family are always and forevering about. And if you got a problem with that, Mark, I will take a page from your playbook.
I really like Vincent, man. I really like him. He goes against people that I like. Yeah, I still want to clap him, like, literally.
My dearest Hope, I do not know how this will find you. I was called upon to save my siblings, and so I did.
Not exactly what I was expecting.
So this creation, is this yours, Klaus?
Put us in a deep sleep. Buy Haley enough time to find cures for us all.
Please do not mourn me. Whatever pain I endure, I do so in service of those I love.
He knew. He had to be the anchor to Freya's spell. He saved us.
Always and forever, baby. Always and forever.
My sacrifice will allow you to grow.
Yeah, that looks sick, man.
You are, and always will be, our hope.
Right, here we go, here we go, here we go! Right. Is this some shit relating to Caroline? Because, right, Caroline turned up in New Orleans in one of the Vampire Diaries episodes, and we haven't played it, nothing's happened, but she walked into this bar, right? She said, I'm here to see Klaus MIKAELSON. She had kids as well, yeah, and the barmaid said, Klaus MIKAELSON, me, not heard that name in like 4 years, I think she said. Are we going to dive forward 4 years in the next season? And then Hope will be a walking, talking person, which I wanted in like season 1 or something. When I found out Haley was pregnant, I was like, mate, let's just jump in. I consistently said I wanted her to be walking around dominating. I did say that, but obviously that's not happened, and she's still a baby. But now it's a perfect opportunity if we're going to tie it into that storyline. Otherwise, yeah, why did literally forgot her name now, Caroline, come to New Orleans? Like, what was the purpose? She was on a road trip, she was on the phone, I need to go and visit an old friend. She rang, he didn't answer, she went there, he wasn't there. We dropped it in that he's disappeared for like 4 years. This would make sense. He's disappeared, or do you know what I mean? The guy's been taken out, Marcel's dominating the city, it's back to normal. I mean, it might not be back to normal, to be honest, like, but I feel like we have to tie that in. We tied the Stefan one in perfectly. We've seen Stefan come to the bar in the Vampire Diaries. He asked him, he said no, they went away. Then he went after, obviously, Raina Cruz, mate. Bang, mate. Klaus smacked her out with that tire iron, killed her. Then we've used it into the present. You know, we used it in this show then. Stefan's come, got the thing, helped it, took down. So that was good. Tied it in. We haven't tied the Caroline one in. If we don't work it into the storyline, then I don't understand why it was even put in. It didn't make any sense. So let's see. I'm hoping that next season we dive forward 4 or 5 years, whatever it is. Hope she'll be walking then. Obviously she'll be 4. I don't know how old she's here, but she'll be old enough to walk and talk, and that's when it'd be sick, mate. Because we've seen it with the Caroline's kids, innit, mate? They're going around and doing magic, can't control themselves, you know? Like, it was funny when he's like, Incendia! Literally, hilarious, you know? Can't wait for it. So good. So exciting, literally. Marcel, man. You think about it. He's getting too big for his boots. Now, I like Marcel. I do think that he fits this role really good. But at what point, I always say it, at what point does a character get too big, too cocky, and they need to be brought down or killed? Like, can he recover from this doing so what he's done to the MIKAELSONS right now? Can he ever recover from it? Can they all come back, or even some of them, or whatever's, and then let him live as well in the same world without no consequences? Do you know what I mean? It's a tough question to ask, and one I can't wait to find out. And that is going to wrap up today's video. What a season this has been. Absolutely amazing. Loved it. To me, it's been by far the best one of the originals. I mean, last season was good, and you know, I definitely thought it would have been hard to beat, and I think we've absolutely smashed it out of the park. There's been so many ups and downs, so many, oh my god, who did this, what's going on, you know, is he gonna win, is she gonna win, who's doing the prophecies, is it Lucian, is it Marcel? I call Marcel, you know what I mean? I'm giving myself a round of applause for that. I called Marcel, mate, in like episode 2. I called it. So I mean, you know, gotta give credit where credit's due, man. And giving that credit towards Hayley and Freya for being absolute beasts. I said it in the intro, being consistent with it. Freya fights until the end, and she's not even a vampire. She's weaker as well, like, because she can die. She can die, and yet she's always literally in the firing line, going for it. Literally, she's on the front. She's at the front, mate. She's the one charging at all the enemies. She's doing everything that she can. She is what a team player should be, an absolute team player. She loves it, and she's so good. She's so strong. She's so clever. She saved her asses pure times this season. What an absolute beast, mate. Honestly, she's like, I'll put her second in my favourite characters of this season, just because of how much they've impressed me. You know, we already know how good Elijah is. We already know how good Klaus is, but she's come in last season. I'm obviously using my opinion. I didn't know what to think of her. I didn't know if I liked her. I still didn't know if I liked her at the end of the season. I didn't know if I could trust her. That's what it was, man. I didn't know if I could trust her, because I didn't know if she was kind of using him just to unlink from Dahlia and just get off. Do you know what I mean? But I was totally wrong, and she's so good. She is one of the biggest team players you will ever get, man. Like I said, Death's knocking on the door, literally. The devil's there, ready to take her. She's like, nah, mate. Until my last dying breath, I'm going to be fighting for these guys. And that's what she's done, mate. She took them. She worked it out, got spelled, got the dagger, linked them all. Channel Klaus, you know, like, he's obviously the anchor now. They've passed through. They used a spell that Dahlia's done. They're still alive, but in a deep sleep. They're in, like, a little alternative, like, world, so to speak. Kind of like where Tristan, you know, like, dragged them across, and Finn that time when he was represented by something in the rooms, kind of like one of those. So I mean, it's well interesting, you know. Hayley as well, you know, it's left on her now to go and find a cure. She's had 6 seasons. I mean, like, one of the images that I remember is she jumped from one balcony to the other like an absolute beast, mate. Literally dived over there, smoking everyone off, fighting. Oh, so good. What an absolute fighter as well. She's chopped a few heads off this season, bit every single person, you know, took no shit. She went after everyone. Don't care who you are, still went after, you know, Marcel. She's had a great season. I think everyone has. I just loved it. Even Klaus and Elijah fighting each other. How good has it been having Cole back as well? Let's be honest, I actually liked Finn back as well. I think that just one extra person just makes it so much better, because first of all, he's part of the family, so like you're kind of more interested in them than you would be from a side character, you know. But then once he was in there and we had the Davina storyline, it made me realise that, like, it's good to have multiple characters and things going on. You don't always have to be focusing on Klaus and Elijah, you know, like, just because they are the main focal point, it's good having this side story. I actually really liked the Cole and Davina side story. Now, obviously, the last Cole was much younger, and I kind of seen them fit together better. When he was first introduced, I did think it looked kind of a little bit weird, because I do feel like, I don't know how old she is. I feel like she's young anyway, like 18, 19. I feel like he's probably 25s, 26, 27s, going into the 30s. So I do feel like there's a big age difference. I feel like you can see it as well. But the more the season went on, the more, like, I know he killed her, right? But he was possessed. So I'm just wiping that off. I'm not blaming him at all. The guy tried to leave New Orleans and he couldn't. He was desiccating. The guy tried to dagger himself. He did, and it got took out. I am not blaming him at all. The guy done everything that he could to get away. So the more they progressed in the season, the more I I didn't think it was weird. You know, like in the Vampire Diaries, Caroline and Rick was weird to me. Like I couldn't get behind it. As soon as I seen them, I thought to me they look strange, and then I just never. They never dragged me in on that. I always told from the moment it happened to the moment it finished, it was strange. Now this happened, I was like, oh, it's looking a bit weird, and then didn't care. How much hardcore Davina fought for him and how much he fought for her, it totally just threw it out the window. Me, it was like, what a great couple. Loved it. Really excited. Vincent again, man. He plays both sides. Like, did you see? He helped Marcel become who he is, and now he's what goes against him. He's going to fight him. Do you know what I mean? Like, he helps one next episode against him, helps you against you, helps you against you. And, like, sometimes, I don't know, like, characters like that, they do get on your nerves, but he actually doesn't, because he does something, and then they go against kind of what they said. So he's like, mate, I'll take down the Mikaelsons. So Vince's like, sound, you know? And then he's like, and I'll protect people in New Orleans. So he's like, double thumbs up. Here's the potion. Now he goes and takes the Mikaelson down, starts smoking everyone off in New Orleans. He's like, I've only got one thumbs up and one thumbs down now. Do you know what I mean? So now I'm giving you two thumbs down. I'm going after you. Do you know? So I actually like him. He tries something, and then they kind of like shit on what they said he was going to do, so he goes after them. But then again, he's a good team player. He's got good chemistry with Davina, but he's probably gone now. Chemistry with Freya, and he had it with Camille. And she's gone now, man. Camille is gone. How mad is that? Transitioned over into being a vampire after they first kissed. Buzzing. Loved that episode. That was one of the best episodes. And then she died. And it's like, what the fuck, mate? Next episode, you know, she transitioned over. Then she become annoying. And then obviously she got infected. It's mad, mate. And then she got bit and infected. And then her death was really good, the way they played it out. It actually felt impactful. So I was going to say that last. I said it felt impactful and momentous. Is that what it's called? Like, literally, I just felt like it had the oomph that it had to be. And then obviously we carried on steamrolling across. Finn's dying, she's dying, Davina's dying, Marcel died, but obviously he didn't die. He's back now. Lucian's dead. You know, he's come, he's bit Elijah, no cure still. Bit Cole, no cure still. Do you know what I mean? She's been infected. Freya, no cure still. And she's had to do a spell. So how amazing is that? We're kind of going into the next season. I kept saying it. Usually we end the storyline, gone into the next season with roughly the same storyline as the season before. That's very good. I do like it sometimes. Big build when it's really exciting. Now, if next season's even half as good as this season, in for a treat, honestly. I do not care if we're using the same storyline, because it's been so good last season with the fighting over the baby. I'm glad that we didn't go over into this season. This season, taking down the Mikaelsons, trying to get them back. Hopefully we tie it into, like I said, the Caroline situation. Come in 4 years on. Hope's older, she's talking, got a bit of powers. Somehow, she could be a key to getting Klaus back. Do you know what I mean? Maybe, I don't know. So many questions. So excited. What a series. Literally, what a show. Thanks so much for clicking on today's video. If you didn't vote for your most liked characters, you can get doing it now, you know, and just get it in there. You've seen my vote, but, you know, you can always change it. The video is going to be on YouTube until whenever they decide to take it down. So, I mean, it could be there for years. Everyone could be voting. It could drastically change. So get voting. Thanks so much, everyone, and I will catch you in the next season. Cheers, guys.